BJ and Co. The production value, though, is so real. All right. All right. Let me join the channel for that. All right. Neither team are in that channel. Okay. I'm going. Time for me to put my detective pants on, I suppose. Alright. Bloodbrain is Captain of Mayhem. Alright, let me see if I can add him. Looking forward to hearing the comments on my horrible call. Well, I mean, I don't think it was horrible. I was a little confused by the draft on both sides. I made my argument there in the draft phase. I think it was just rough for the Robot Masters to just turn in after getting those 3 kills rather than push the lanes up, because it just put them in a rough spot. They're hiding from me. They might be. See if I can get someone on one of the teams. Usually somebody's in the channel though, right? This is weird. This is weird. They got people turned in, like checked in. Thanks, Zim. Appreciate that, man. He was the one I sent the friend request to, in fact. So yeah, let me I'll put the music on for a little bit. See if I can track these guys down. See what's going on. Oh wait, Willy-nilly just came to the channel. So we got somebody. Willy-nilly is on Mayhem. So now we just need someone from BJ and Co to let us know what map we're going to. Oh. Willy-nilly said, pretty excited to have you cast. Cool, man. I'm excited to cast you. Bloodbrain enters the channel as well. Now we just need a representative from BJ and Co. And, alright, Monferno. Let's come online. Alright. We got us a ball game. Monferno just joined the Chair League channel. Cool. I really like that the games are spaced out 40 minutes apart now. I mean, it really makes this easy. Alright. Heard from BJ and Co. We're going to Braxis Holdout. Cool. Evening, guys. All right. Okay. Alright, 4 people checked in here, 5 people checked in there. We can start the round. Cool. Update the title because I'm good at this. Because I know what I'm doing. All right. Thanks for your patience while I'm getting all this stuff set up. I'm just kind of doing it. All right. In the lobby, I said that I'm streaming at twitch.tv/Aloran, and someone, Rusin, said I'm always there. And then Sick Logic said, "Yay, we get the best caster." You guys really know how to make my night. That's cool. Let me make sure folks are on the same side, or on the correct side rather. All right, Gyarados King, Rusin, Katsuch, Bloodbrain, Franklin, Willy Nilly. All right, pretty good. I like that people appreciate my casting. It means a lot. Oh, next joins the lobby as well. All right, cool. 9 people in the lobby, shaping up well. All right, and then they got their last person. Let me get the draft links to them. Captain Bloodbrain for Mayhem. You get that one. Captain Monferno. You get that? Cool. All right. BJ and Co. Thanks for the host, man. BJ Co. hosts me a lot. It's cool. I'm excited. They host me quite a bit. So for me to get the casting was really cool. Right, Arenicus? So BJ and Co are ready. They click the ready button. Mayhem. They're their home team. They'll have first ban, first pick. Once they click the ready button, we will be able to start the second match of the evening. I had BJ and Co all like low in the wrong spot. Whoops, feels a little bad. But high level production because I'm good at this and I know exactly what I'm doing. But all right, we got the draft underway. This is gonna be Brax's Holdout. A map I really enjoy casting. It can be tough from a camera perspective, but the action tends to be steady and consistent, and that's what I love about Heroes of the Storm. Mayhem are looking to play this game straight up, so they're going to ban Rexar, leaving Samuro potentially out there for their own first selection. BJ and Co are in a position where they're either going to want to ban Samuro here, or let that bad boy potentially go to Mayhem. On this map in particular, I feel like Samuro does work. I feel like he's part Thrall, part Gazlowe, and part Zeratul, all wrapped into one, and part Nova, really, all wrapped into one. He can clear these camps out really fast. He can blow people up really fast. BJ and Cody have to be mulling this over, but I think the ban on Samuro would be the way to go. Ultimately, BJ and Co are going to agree. No Samuro this game. Mayhem now enjoy the luxury of first pick. Heroes like Malfear out there. Falstad. Zarya. These are heroes that stand to do or tend to do a lot of work on Brax's Holdout. Oh, I follow. Kushi830, thanks for following, man. Really appreciate that. Willy nilly in the lobby said, thanks for banning Samuro. And then Roostin said, you banned Misha. This time it's personal. Another follow. Oh, next one. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate that. Malfurion's going to be the first choice. A very strong support. Arguably the best these days. And with good reason, I would say. He's going to get picked up. Going to give a ton of sustain to the 4-man unit. If that's the way Mayhem goes. The current meta or progression speaks towards a 1-4 setup where like a strong solo laner on the order of Rexxar, of Chin, even Alarak to some extent, handle the top lane, and then the 4-man tries to get work done in the bottom part of the map. If that's the way both of these teams are looking to go, you're going to see some of the components come together to really enable that. Johanna's going to get picked up first for BJ and Co., heavily prioritizing their front line. Johanna brings a good amount of wave clear, which isn't always considered a high priority on Brax's holdout, but I actually think that it really is important. If you're able to keep the lane pushed in the earlier part of the game and really have control over the region globes that respawn in the lanes, you can really start to win the war of attrition. And when you pair that with Brightwing, who offers a lot of passive, consistent healing, it's a good way to start your composition, I feel. Mayhem, though, they have a couple of choices themselves. With Johanna already being picked up, they may want to consider picking up their warrior now. If they decide not to, they're more or less leaving their front line in the hands of BJ and Co. Because BJ and Co. could ban Murden or ETC and effectively leave the other one as the last option for Mayhem. They don't want to be in that position, so they're going to rule their own destiny, so to speak, and pick up ETC, which is a very highly valued warrior on this map. I'd imagine we would see stage dive. He can power slide out on someone, secure kill in one part of the map, stage dive to another. A lot of value to be had out of that. ETC also synergizes well with Malfurion. His Rockstar, his E button, pairs well with the healing that Malfurion does. Power slide in the root is very easy to land. Should set up a lot of kills potentially for the Li Ming pickup. That's the hero you want in the back, throwing out orbs and magic missiles and getting cooldown resets while you're fighting over the beacons. So both of the teams have a really strong start to their draft, so to speak. Obvious merits to both compositions so far. Really speaks to the idea that we're going to have a very evenly matched game, and that's what I really love about Cherry League and Heroes of the Storm. Second ban phase is here now, though, so Mayhem have a support, a frontline, and a damage dealer. Putting BJ and Co. in a situation where they either are going to ban out something they don't want to deal with, or they're going to try to take the last pillar of a composition, really, or the second last, I would say, in Thrall. They want to try to limit the solo lane options. So they ban Thrall out. I feel like the 5 pillars of a composition to consider is support, tank/frontline, damage dealer, solo lane, wave clear. Those are kind of the gray areas, so to speak. I think you need to try to cover all 5 of those aspects in your composition to some degree. And it just kind of becomes this visualized chart of like a pentagonal thing. I don't know, that's how I look at it. But Mayhem are really putting a lot of time into thinking about who they want to ban out. They might want to consider a damage dealer of some sort, potentially showing that they're looking for a double warrior of some form. They're going to ban Tychus out. This paves the way for a hero selection like Chin. Chin would be really good as a solo laner. Vala is going to get picked up, provided she's able to be protected. I feel that she's the best ranged damage dealer in the game. Rain of Vengeance and Strafe both have a huge part to play on this map. Comes down to player preference, I feel. So now they have 3 of the main pillars set up for their composition. How do they approach wave clear? I mean, Vala has a decent amount of wave clear. BJ and Co are going to try to benefit off of the Tychus ban by going double warrior themselves. They're anticipating Mayhem doing the same. Arthas is a very strong bruiser. He can act as the main tank, but I feel he's best played as the consistent CC and lockdown and damage dealer. I'd imagine we would see him in the solo lane against the likes of Chin, which is a very interesting matchup. I'm not sure if either one of them will be able to kill each other. I think it's going to come down to talents. Elusive Brawler stands to take a lot of the wind out of Arthas' sails, but it does nothing for the E talent for Arthas. If Arthas goes for the upgraded E at level 4, he might just be able to like whittle Chin down, or at least just force Chin into a position where he's just standing there, just chugging indefinitely to stay alive, which could get awkward. Hey, the cool Carl. But the spicy Alarak pick comes into play. Alarak is a hero that can do a lot of work on this map. He charge strikes out of nowhere on somebody's face. The silence would definitely be a thorn in the side for heroes like Brightwing or Vala. If Brightwing is relying on Blink Heal to teleport, get out of there, or Vault, or they're looking to engage or something like that, that's a long time to be silenced. Snack says that at level 7, Arthas should be able to solo Chin, and I can see that. Added support in the form of Tassadar is going to round out the composition. I would imagine by level 7, the teams would somewhat get away from the 1-4. But what do I know? I don't know. I think both teams have solid drafts. The question for me is, how is, assuming Chin is the solo laner, how's the Chin Arthas, and assuming Arthas is the solo laner, how that matchup is going to go? BJ and Co are resting a lot on the shoulders of Vala, I feel. In the early game, Brightwing and Tassadar and Johanna are pretty much just going to keep Vala alive long enough for her to deal out a ton of damage. That's got to be the angle they're playing, right? Which could do work against Mayhem's composition because, you know, Vala doesn't really suffer that much from the Discord strike. If she needs Vault or something, then she can get boned that way. But she's doing auto attack damage. So while she's silenced, the main thrust of her damage will be there. I don't know. I feel like both teams have really solid compositions. Brightwing offers global presence. ETC, should he go for stage dive, which I would imagine he would, offers global presence. So again, I think we're looking down the barrel of a game that's just, it's going to come down to execution. Which leaves me really excited. It's the kind of stuff I like to see. But Mayhem, BJ, and Co, we're loading into the game now. It's going to be cool. Oh, look at this now. On the left side, you do have Mayhem. Brainthron, so on ETC, Sick Logic's playing Li Ming, Blood Brains on Alarak, Lazy Panda, aptly named, playing Chen and Willy Nilly on support for Malfurion. Over on the right side, you got Monferno 2, heading up BJ and Co. He's playing Johanna. Gerudo King's on Arthas. Odin X is playing Vala. Rusin's playing Tassadar. And Brightwing is getting played by Kestuge. I reserve the right to butcher names. It's not intentional. But it happens.
10 seconds.
Both of these teams looking to commit to the 1-4 idea. As I theorized, Chen and Arthas will be squaring off against each other. And what stands to be quite a stalemate. I don't know. Applied Force, Block Party, Elusive Brawler, Power Hungry, and Shando's Clarity. Reinforce, Eternal Hunger for damage, Hot Pursuit, Dream Shot, and Overload. Both of those guys just hanging out in the bush, waiting to see who's going to show their neck first. I think they just understand that it's like, well, neither one of us, unless we just hang out under towers for a certain amount of time, like I don't see either one of us really killing each other, so let's just soak the experience. Just hang out. Telekinesis goes in on Monferno. Power Slide afterwards. Locks in Odin X, who's low on health. Tassadar might want to throw that shield out. Gets it on Odin X, but now Castuche is in an interesting spot. He's going to be okay. Interesting little bit of poke damage. The war rages on between Shin and Arthas. Lazy Panda, the functional alcoholic, might win this out, at least at level 1. The root goes in. Because Gerudo King, sooner or later, he's just going to run out of mana. Shin has that advantage. Just you know, at level 1 out of the gate. Poke damage absorbs the shield. I think both of these teams stand to be positioned properly, so unless something crazy happens, I don't think we'll see the early takedown like we saw last game. And it's just going to come down to the overall playmaking potential of the damage. Polymorph goes in on Brain Thron, willy-nilly, has a decent amount of mana, heals them up. But the members of Mayhem are starting to get chunked down pretty well. Hey, Freak Lead, how's it going? First beacon will be here, though, for the first time. Power Slide goes in, isolates Johanna. Iron Skin gets used, he's going to be okay. Willy-nilly's pretty low on mana. Fresh out, pretty much. He's going to have to hit the well. If he's forced back again, he'd have to hearth out of there, and that sustain that could really start to snowball things. 4% was gathered for Mayhem before the top beacon was reclaimed. Brightwing's up there now, though, so this is a 3v4 scenario. Onex, low on health, is going to hearth back. Telekinesis isolates Johanna. First takedown of the night. It's going to come down to rotations, I feel. When these teams are evenly matched as far as numbers and whatnot, I don't see either team really making a mistake. But the gamble of sending Brightwing up to try to outmatch Shin ends up losing him Johanna in the bottom. Bloodbrain just misses the Discord Strike. Onex is able to back away. But for the moment, both of the beacons are going to be had by Mayhem. And that's rapidly going up. So one thing I feel like they might want to consider changing on this map. Base Melt's going to isolate Tassadar away from trying to neutralize the bottom beacon. He used his E. He is a long way from home. I don't see Roosin making out of this. Tassadar goes up. 2 takedowns to 0. Both of these teams have their level 4 talents. And it looks like Mayhem are going to concede the bottom fort. They're happy with 48% so far if they can establish some pressure by picking up the siege. And then they go back to business. Base Melt's going to isolate Johanna. Iron Skin gets burned through almost. But once again, both of the beacons are possessed. Lazy Panda just looking to chug and sustain indefinitely. Does not want to step off of the point. But now Tassadar is up here. That's added damage to consider. Lazy Panda, he's going to queue up towards the minions to get himself out of there. But he holds on long enough. 100% to 0. First beacon is entirely possessed by Mayhem, who are going to be looking to rock and roll in the top lane. Sick Logic rotates up. Malfurion ETC not too far off either. Looking to really put the screws to the members. The BJ and Co. Both of these teams are level 6. 11-7 talents is not going to be here just yet. The root goes in on Gerudo King. Arthas under assault. A bunch of damage goes out on him. Power Slide for further aggression. Brightwing is called out front, trying to keep the front line alive. Can they do it? Lazy Panda dives back, and it's actually ETC to drop first. Oh no. Katsuch is low. The orb goes across on the Gerudo King's face, puts him low on it. Lazy Panda, chug as much as you want, good sir. That's 3 members on the side of Mayhem going down, but they put on enough pressure to secure the first fort of the game. wild little team fight. You know, BJ and Co, they're holding on strong. They lose the top fort, but that was a sound response. It actually got them ahead in experience a little bit. We're about tied up now, I'd say. Death timers are short enough, though, that Mayhem will be able to be back. Not miss out on too much soak, if any. Malfurion did not go down, so he was up here the entire time. Pretty neat. So Gyarados King is back now. He's going to get this siege camp top right corner without any sort of interruption or contest. Siege camp in the bottom left corner is going to get picked up by Mayhem. Bloodbrain's going to help walk these bad boys in. Rusin uses Oracle. Doesn't see anyone else around. That might encourage him to be a little aggressive on Alarak. Uses Telekinesis. Tried to knock Inferno away. Inferno away. Discord Strike goes in. Onex is rotating in, but so are the members of Mayhem. This is looking like it's about to become a thing. Brainthorn goes in, gets the power slide on Brightwing. No blink heal. He throws in the polymorph on willy-nilly to deny the root. Saves his neck. Orb just misses from sick logic. I thought that Brightwing was going down for sure there. Really credit to his resourcefulness. But Gyarados King shows up and says, "Hey, Li Ming, how's it going? You don't mind if I just detonate you right here, dude?" And I'm sure Li Ming was like, I actually do mind. But he ain't listen. That man's a beast. So Lazy Panda just alone up here in the top lane. And it makes sense to have Gyarados King go down. Like what do you're not really protecting the top fort at this point. It's gone. I don't see them going for the top keep wall this early, so why not rotate someone down? See if you can get some work done. Tassadar and Arthas both are in the top lane, gonna try to push this lane up a little bit. But down in the bottom part of the map, having two members up there costs some Brightwing in the bot lane. Discord Strike sets up the magic missiles. Could have been a difference maker. Nicely done. That actually jumps Mayhem ahead in experience. They get their level 10s a hair short or in front of BJ and Co. They take over the bottom beacon. War Rage is on in the top. Brightwing shows up to make this an instant 1v3. The root goes in. Polymorph to follow afterwards, presumably? Or it looked like he got polymorph, but then he was just like immediately back, so I'm a little confused. Orb goes in. I'm sure Rusin's confused. That burst damage is real. He starts backing away. Both of the beacons are possessed now by Mayhem. Lazy Panda looking to press the issue, who has not yet selected their heroic. Storm Earth and Fire or Wandering Keg could stand to do work. Telekinesis brings Johanna back for the moment, but she gets out. Okay, Storm Earth and Fire it is. Discord Strike just misses after a nice telekinesis. Onex steps out with the strafe. No one's near death, so there's not going to be any kills off of that, but Syndra goes to streaks across. Twilight Dreams. Everybody press your R keys, and let's see what happens. So far, it's going to be Vala, Brightwing, and Arthas losing their face. 7 takedowns to 4. A very scrappy team fight going the way of Mayhem, who look to be well on their way to another 100% to nothing beacon. Lazy Panda chugs in Rusin's face like I'm Chin. You are Tassadar. We both know what this is. Like I'm getting this beacon. So he gets that. Another big wave push, looking for this bottom fort at least. Discord Strike goes in on Tassadar, mashing the E key. I'm sure. Oh no, Tassadar goes up. Emerald Wind is going to knock back members of Mayhem, but the low health bars prove to be a juicy target for the members of Mayhem, who look to be living up to their name with the complete ace. The complete ace with a tier advantage. This is at least bottom keep. Death times are short enough where I do not think this is going to be ball game, but good lord, that was a team fight in favor of Mayhem. They get the bottom keep. They get that. Still generous amount of Zerglings waiting to push. Fast coming the last stand. They're down to talent tier. They do have Strafe. They do have Sundragosa. Discord Strike goes in on Brightwing. There's your support. Tassadar is still up though. Twilight Dream goes in willy-nilly with the aggressive positioning, not going to get punished with Tassadar going down. And this is starting to look like the beginning of the end. Another hero goes down. Vala, main damage dealer, both of your supports, leaving Johanna and Arthas alone to save the game. Can they do it? Sandragosa goes out, not too much effect. Willy-nilly avoids the flashlight. No kill there. Course at 40% and falling with Arthas going down. I do think they've done it. Mayhem comes out with the victory. Well played. An exciting game for sure. Something of a seesaw battle at the end of it. Mayhem is able to come out ahead. Yeah, I feel like the story there, when it was the 1-4 matchup, the teams were very evenly matched. I don't think either team really made mistakes. I don't think there were any real shortcomings. It just came down to decisions being made. You know, Brightwing goes up top to try to join Arthas to apply pressure to Chin. When you start making decisions like that, the execution and aftermath become all the more important. If they were able to go up there and get the kill on Chin, then that's huge. They can apply pressure. They can push that lane in. So could get missed. But they don't get the kill. So Chin stalls out the 1v2, and then that creates a numbers disadvantage for them in the bottom part of the map. So then they lose Johanna first. So it was just moments like that where it was like one team, you know, stuck their neck out there and tried to make a play, and it either worked and it got them ahead, or they got punished for it and then they fell behind. And that's what happens when you see two evenly matched teams. So it just shook out the way it did. But how's it going, Flameslinger? Oh, I enjoyed the cast for sure. GG. What division was this? I think this was... What division was this? It gets hard to track sometimes, unfortunately. This was a Division 1, I think? Don't quote me on that, though. Because I'm pretty sure I had one Division 1 game. I think that was it. And the other games were Division 3. That was a very fun game. For sure. I think, like I said, I think both teams played really well. It just comes down to like when a team decides to go out there and try to make something happen. Brax's holdout is somewhat unforgiving, where it's like if you send someone up to try to get a numbers advantage and you don't get something to happen off of it, then the game can start to run away from you. But yeah, okay, yeah, it was Division 1. I thought it was. So Mayhem comes away with the victory. Very fun game, though. We do have 2 more games for the evening that I'm really excited about. The next one will be Better Than Yesterday, a team that get the cast pretty often. Going up against Smash Mouth All-Stars, and then after that, we'll have the Bonsai Legends going against the Bad Doges. So the next game is going to be starting at the top of the hour. Again, I really